What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Sportsnut, aka Akintunde, back with another video. And yeah, Keaton Jones again. Now, listen. I got a lot of flack because you can go watch my first video, link in the description box, where I just chronicled how it is in the African American school growing up. The type of bullying you endure on a daily basis, far worse than anything Keaton could have endured. And I'm talking about kids that aren't even special needs or handicapped. Regular black kids. I listed all the things that you, the three major things that can get you bullied. And I left one out, like if girls don't like you, yeah. But the three major things being fat, being really dark or really light, or not having name brand clothes. And your life will be, trust me, far worse than Keaton Jones's life could ever be in a black school because it's more intense. That being said, I got slammed in my comment section by people who wanted to cape for Keaton, but would never do that in real life. If there was a real Keaton Jones in their face, they'd never say anything. They never cape for Keaton. When God sends them a real Keaton in their life, they never do it. They never stand up for the kid. Online, hey man. And I was really upset that, with my boy LeBron James, man. Now I'm gonna get into the Confederate flag and everything in a second. But my boy LeBron James, man. During the Libya thing, he was so silent. He was silent. I mean, deathly silent. Weren't y'all waiting for LeBron James to say something about slavery in Libya? Or was that just me? Get in the comment section if y'all, when that story about them selling black people in Libya came out, you was like, oh, well, LeBron. I mean, because he's like Mr. Activist and whatnot. I thought Colin was going to say something too. I just knew Colin was going to say something. But I did think LeBron James was also going to say something. And we got radio silence. I mean, radio silence. Not a peep. Not a peep. Okay? Radio silence. But when this kid got bullied, LeBron James, damn right, bullies are straight up whack. Horny cowards, chumps, etc., etc. Keaton, keep your head up, buddy, and push forward. You're the best. Do you know that black kids get bullied all the time? I mean, all the time in black schools. It is hell going to a black school. I mean, hell going to a black school, okay? If you're fat, you're really dark, really light. Oh, don't be eclectic. Don't be different. Don't be because there's only a certain few things in a black community you can like. Whatever is cool in the community, that's the only thing you can be down with. You can't have any other likes that are different from the mainstream. Like black people are really serious about that. Like if it's a Nike town or an Adidas town or a Fila town, and you like a different shoe brand, or you want to dye your hair a certain color, or you want, just anything you like that's different, that's not on the mainstream, I mean, you are screwed. Any of my black people who were a little different when they were younger, who had different taste than what their city was, the mainstream of their city. Like now it's a lot easier to be a black kid because you can see black kids with chains, little like spikes and shit, skateboarding. Man, when I was a kid, before black people started skateboarding, they used to see you with your skateboard and break that shit. Or see you with like tattoos on your face, or your hair dyed a certain color, or little chains around you, like spikes around your neck or something, collars or something, all this stuff that these kids wear now, and beat you up just on sight. You had to conform. And there was only a few things you could conform to. And don't be like ugly. Like what they would call ugly, like not aesthetically pretty. Oh my God. But anyway, LeBron James knows these things because he grew up in Akron, a black city. In the inner city. He knows these things. We never had an anti-bullying campaign from him. Forget Libya. That's across the ocean. LeBron James, you know, and Colin Kaepernick, you know, I guess they only address things in the United States. But yeah, everybody, I couldn't believe it. I already did my video on Bieber earlier today. His two-faced butt. Now go watch my video on Bieber I did earlier today. But yeah, so now we'll get into the Confederate flag. Okay. So Mama Bear, well, for the record, Keaton's holding the American flag. Could you imagine if Keaton was the one holding the Confederate flag? But look, Confederate flag. They're from Tennessee, Southern pride, whatever. I don't really care about none of that. Honestly, about the Confederate flag. It doesn't bother me. I used to canvass in Virginia, Northern Virginia, and a lot of people out there got Confederate flags in their front yards. And you knock on the door and try to, give them your pitch, sell your product or whatever. And some would sign up, some wouldn't. The same ratio as the people who didn't have Confederate flags in their front yards. Some people would answer the door, some wouldn't. The same ratio as people who didn't have Confederate flags in their front yard. So I never really got an inkling that the Confederate flag meant anything racist, like intangible. Now, if he's real racist in his heart, deep down, and I don't give a shit. Like, black people are the most racist people on the planet. Black people are by far the most racist people on the planet. Black people are so racist, they say, man, black people can't be racist. We can't be racist because we don't have no power. A black person will say that. We don't have no power, so we can't be racist. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Their power, black people have power, power is situational. You know what I'm saying? The president was just black. You niggas acting a fool. Y'all was rioting and carrying on every week, protesting everything. Trump became president. That shit, y'all simmered that shit down because y'all know that shit ain't flying no more. When y'all had a black president, y'all was protesting every damn thing. Every damn thing. A cop, a nigga push an old lady down the steps and steal her purse, and a cop put the handcuffs on too tight. Y'all was out there protesting. My baby, his wrists. So black people are the most racist people on the planet. Black people will be the first one to say a racial joke. The most black people will bring race up before anybody. Black people racist towards black people. We don't have no power. What kind of thing is that to say? Well, black people can't be. A black person in a room full of other black people who might not think that, who they ain't discussed that with, will say, well, black people ain't got no power. Like, damn. Like, what you mean black people ain't got no power? Nigga, I got power. What the fuck are you talking about? You racist? Black people are very racist towards black people, like I told you. The worst thing to be in a black school is fat, to not have the name brands clothes, to be like deformed or unaesthetically beautiful, to not be aesthetically beautiful, and fourth, to be either really light or really dark. Black people are the most racist people on the planet. If you're really dark skinned or really light skinned, you will know that. Black people are the most racist people on the planet. And I've gone to white schools and black schools. So you can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. And yes, there are things about white people but that's not what I'm talking about right now. When it comes to racism though, you niggas are in first place. Like the season is over. Like y'all niggas have clinched home field advantage, nigga, when it comes to racism. Now, the reason black people mad is because white people can work together. Other races, and Chinese people can work together. Indian people can work together. Nigerian people can work together. You know what I mean? So they get mad because those people can work together and accomplish stuff and build things and consolidate money and, you know, have good things and their communities can be nice. So black people mad about that. But as far as like being racist, black people are the most racist. We just can't get our shit together. Them other groups, look, listen. These backwards ass people, one thing you notice about Keaton and his idiot mother, probably got 2 teeth in her mouth. Probably can't read, couldn't read at a high level. Backwoods, Appalachian type motherfucker. She got a house. Her son was getting bullied. She addressed it. A black mother would have 5 sons in a neighborhood. One will get killed in, let's say, 93. So I'm going through how it was when I was coming up. Pookie get killed in 93, so now she got 4 sons left. 98, Day get killed. So that's 2 kids she's lost in this neighborhood. Fuck bullying. 2 kids have been murdered. Okay? Not bullying. Murdered. All right, let's just say, because now we'll do the internet age. Ray got killed in 08. Pookie got killed. Day got killed in 2011. So now we in 2014. Man get killed. So she got 2 sons left. 3 have been murdered in the same neighborhood. She ain't gonna move. She ain't gonna start no group in the community, get the women, the mothers together to try to stop the violence. She ain't gonna, make no video, try to, show what's going on in the community. And these are her sons getting killed. Not like somebody saying mean stuff to her kid and shit, pouring milk on them or nothing. Murdered. Seen this several times. Families lost. I know several families who have lost 2 or more sons to street violence. Several families. So if y'all want to talk about Keaton's mom, you see she got a gun, protect her family. She got a house. Okay. And she said whites need to stick together. I'm sorry if you think that, mister. This is an opportunity for my son. I'm poor. I'm not rich. This is an opportunity for you, not your son. Just used your son's pain as a platform. Really, really sad. And it's your son who will suffer. Shaking my fucking head. I'm no longer interested in being involved whatsoever. Shame on you. What happened to us whites sticking together and helping one another out against the predator? Yeah, because basically what happened, what they're saying is, of course it was black kids bullying him. And of course now the black kids going to say he was calling them nigger. Which I don't believe that. I know one thing, little white kids at a school with some Negroes, they know better. That whole 1960s shit, nah. Nah. Now in 2010, little white kids around some black kids, the black kids is the alphas. Nah. White people are cucks now. White people are not like white people are like, white men especially are cucks from Europe too, in Europe too. They're not the same white men from like the 60s and the 50s. White men are cucks. And they even say it. Like if you go on any websites or other YouTube channels, like I'm part of a lot of, I've subscribed to a lot of, different YouTube channels. I see the way they talk about each other. They even think they're cucks. A cuck is basically, because cuckolding is a porn genre where they the white guy watches his wife get fucked by a black man in front of him. Okay? Okay? Cucks. Now, they've turned that into a slang where it just basically talks about weak white men. I'm telling you, unless you in fucking Bensonhurst or fucking... It's a few places where some white guys ain't gonna put up with no shit off no niggas. But in America, for the most part, in almost most situations, the black males are the alphas. And this little boy knew better than to call one of them little niggas a nigga. Now, he might have said nigga, like, if they was allowing that, if like, cause some black kids let their black friends say nigga, and then the white kid get around some other black kids, like, that's like I say, you my white friend, and I say, you can say, you say nigga around me, and I give you a pass for saying it, we call each other nigga this, that. Then you go somewhere else, around some other black kids that didn't get the memo, don't know me, don't know none of that shit. And you talking to them and you like nigga, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? Now that might have happened. And he got his ass kicked. And from then on, yeah, once black kids turn on you, it's really hard for them to get you to turn back. Like, they can't like redirect. Like, black kids have a hard time redirecting. Once they get a notion in their head, black people in general, once they get a notion in their head, it's really hard to change that. Like, it's really, I've noticed that. I will give him that. If he dropped the N-bomb, like, just like, what's up, my nigga? And it's like, oh, you ain't got to pass for that nigga. 50 years from now, he gonna be a racist in their eyes. He could kiss black people's ass from here to across the street for the rest of his life, and they still gonna, he's still gonna be known as a racist. There's nothing you can, like, black people don't have the ability to redirect, to change, to see things, to get new information, and and come to new conclusions. Whatever the initial conclusion was, that's how it'll be forever. That's why tradition is so strong in African culture. If you look at Africa, it's steeped in tradition. The main thing holding Africa back is tradition. They doing, it's not the lack of technology and the lack of, because if you look at places like Nigeria and shit, and Kenya, there's certain pockets where these sub-Saharan Africans got a lot of going on. Africans have a very hard, people of African, sub-Saharan African descent have a very hard time processing new information and coming to new conclusions. Whatever they initially thought, they'll probably think that until the day they die. So if this kid, Keaton, was perceived as probably a racist, or his family is a racist, then yeah, he was never going to be able to free himself from that. Ever. So yeah. Now, do I believe this punk ass kid was running around calling black kids and niggers? No, don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I know how terrifying black kids can be in schools. Black kids will turn your school into a gangland. Y'all remember, what was that movie back in the day? East Side High. What was that? Lean on Me. And what's the other one where Coolio did the theme song too with Michelle Pfeiffer? I forgot the name of it. But yeah, black kids, and I really went to these schools, so it was funny seeing those. Black kids will turn your school into a gangland. And he don't seem like the type of kid that will be running around a gangland talking about calling black kids nigga. I just don't buy it. I think that's just some added extra shit. Niggas like to throw extra shit on it. Yeah, he was calling kids niggas. Or one person said it, and then like for instance, like I could right now say add anything to the conversation. No, black people don't do research either. Whatever somebody just say, like, you ever be around black people? Yeah, man. Black person to say something like, yeah, man. If black people created everything, man. Yeah, we started everything. A black person invented the TV. If I say that if I say that in a room full of black people, I guarantee you I could make the whole world believe that. The whole country believe that. Of black people. Because everybody would be there and be like, for real? Then they would tell their friends. Nobody would ever Google it. Nobody would ever Google it just to see like, damn, is this true? Nah. They would just take it for what it is. So you also have to understand that black people don't do research. So if you add anything to the conversation, yeah, man, say, bro, yeah, black people, black people invented microbiology.
Hi, what's up? Good, how are you? Oh boy, what are you doing?